When we were little, still staying in a face me, I face you apartment, there was this uncle, we called him Uncle Sonny, that lived 2 room from our room. No one really know a thing about him, apart from the fact that he was from Ado. Uncle Sonny wasn't poor like most of us who lived in the compound. The way he spoke, the way he carried himself, you might pass him for an influential man. Everyone knew him in the neighborhood, because he always bought biscuits for all the children in the compound, while during weekend he would play songs and spray money. He was a carefree man, generous, respectful, and friendly. We loved him, but my father never did. My father wasn't the type that liked or hat people, so it was pretty obvious he was just you're envious of him. You know, my dad was in his late 40s and still was jobless and could only depend on his wife to pay the rent. Not that he wasn't supporting with the money he has, but it was quite obvious that it wasn't enough. One thing was certain, Uncle Sonny loved beautiful women, in all sizes and color. He loved anything under the skirt, but things took a huge turn when he fell in love with Akuna, my older sister. Sister Akuna took my mother's beauty, but took my dad's height. She was curvy and had the most fair skin I had seen. Sister Akuna was just 22 when he met her, and ever since started buying her things. Of course, we kept it from my dad. After assisting my mom at the market, she returned back home. They began to sneak and met each other in the night for the fear of being seen by my father. It wasn't a surprise when he stopped chasing everything under skirt and stopped hosting women into his room. He bought us things, in fact, changed my sister's phone, and supported my mom's business financially. Things were going smoothly. Life was good. We were planning on moving out of the house, although with my dad questioning everything. When one early morning some people came to the compound. They were asking for one Mr. Brown, but we told them that there wasn't any Mr. Brown living here. But then they were adamant about it. "Mrs. Sophia, we saw your son entering this compound," one of the men that accompanied the lady insisted. Apparently he was the only child of his wealthy parents, but he did in an auto accident with his friends. His father, as a result of the shack, had struck and did few months after. When they wouldn't relent, Oga Akan, our fifth neighbor, asked if they had pictures of the said Mr. Brown. Immediately my sister saw the picture, she stout completely. Everyone was astonished. A cold chill ran down their spine. They took my sister to the private hospital nearby, but we were more astonished when the doctor shared the good news. She was a few weeks pregnant. My mom almost fainted because she knew who my sister was pregnant for. But